Hi, I'm Melissa Trimble, and I'm a special education teacher for an elementary school. I teach grades K through 4. I work with students that have a wide range of impairments. Some stutter, some have articulation issues affecting their intelligibility, some are minor, and some are more severe, which makes it very difficult to understand them. I've seen how easily others can form a negative assumption just based on how a child sounds. As Cooter explains in teaching students with language and communication disabilities, it's important not to confuse unclear speech with low ability. That really hits home for me. I've had students who get so frustrated and upset when they aren't understood. I can remember trying to decipher what a student was telling me, and he finally looked at me and said, "Never mind." That was so heartbreaking. He had such a look of disappointment on his face of not being able to communicate his needs and wants and being able to be understood. I try really hard, and I've learned how essential it is to be patient and to give them time and not to finish their words for them. That's something else that Cooter warns against because it makes a student feel like their voice isn't valued. If I were talking to someone outside of education, I'd explain audio perception as the way people tend to form quick judgments based on how someone sounds. For example, if a child stutters or mispronounces words, people might assume that they aren't very bright or that they don't know what they're talking about. But often these students can be very intelligent and they just communicate differently. Audio perceptions can have a lasting impact on students' confidence, participation, and peer relationships. Sometimes students may not want to talk to them because they struggle to understand what they're saying. And then sometimes these students don't want to participate in class because they're afraid of being teased or made fun of. Also, they may do poorly on oral assignments where they're expected to read a speech in front of the classroom. And they might not even want to participate. I have seen students that would rather receive a 0 than get up in front of the class to speak. Cooter reminds us how important it is to create communication access, where every student gets a fair chance to be heard and included. Cooter points out that teachers need to listen carefully and avoid making those snap judgments. I've seen students shut down when they've been rushed or misunderstood, but when we take the time to let them finish and support their communication style, it makes a big difference. He also notes that we need to treat every form of speech, whether it's stuttered, delayed, or AAC supported, as meaningful and valid. I've learned that even small things like just slowing down, giving wait time, a lot of times we just want to like, okay, you're trying to say that, but if you just wait and let them finish and let them get their words out, then they will and respond with patience, then the students can feel safe to speak up. Knowing that misjudgments based on speech can affect a student not just now, but even in adulthood, shows just how important it is we get this right. Thanks for listening to my reflection. As educators, it's our job to recognize our own perceptions and make sure we're creating a space where every student's voice matters, no matter how it sounds.